Thank you so much, Engineer Vivian. I do appreciate you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on all of this. Okay, thank you once more. Before I'm going to ask for the last thing, before I open up the mic for discussants or for the participants to react to all of what we've been saying all along, I would want to know, what's your wrap-up on ways and solutions or means to end conflicts in homes? I could take from our discussions all along that part of what causes the conflicts we have in homes is number one, the difference that we never took cognizance of, the diversity that we never recognized. Secondly, not being active listeners. We may be listening, but we're not actively or smartly listening to identify differences. And when our partner begins to say things that are not things that they are not comfortable about, we also need to pay attention to all of those. And then not being humble or owning up even our mistakes, our errors. Here we'll look at anyone who apologizes as the weaker person in relationships. We don't own up when we make mistakes or when we have erred. But I think that what could solve challenges even between nations is just a simple word, sorry. And not just to say sorry, but showing commitment and committing or stating what you're going to do differently if you have the opportunity to change things. What would you do differently if you have the chance or the opportunity to do so? So these are things I can take away so far from our discussions. And the family is not scam. Marriage is not a scam. If you find the right person and you play your role, it comes with responsibility. So these are my little takes for now, but I would want to bring back again for just a few minutes, a very, very few minutes, David King to share what he thinks people should do, because I believe that one or two persons who are listening to us may be having it rough, and or maybe there are one or two things. He said here, David King, that show me a family or relationship that is not having conflicts and I will show you a liar. I took that. So people are going through things, but they wouldn't say. So the essence of this discourse is that maybe after now, one person, two persons could just go back home and reconcile or realign, actions and thoughts to be sure that their family or their commitments to each other is still upheld. So I'll be having you back here again, David King, to talk to us. What's your take? How do you think families should resolve these issues that we may still have marriages and still have homes? Because the way we are going, it's scary that time will come when...
Thank you, Doc. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah, everybody will be somewhere having babies without marriage. That's what it looks like, or the point where we're going to. So please, I yield the floor to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the opportunity once again. Okay, the way forward. Of course, I like the way the take-home points that you have put a pin on. Those things you repeated, those notes. Of course, those are the reasons why we are here, so that we can rub minds and share thoughts. And talking about the way forward. Of course, you've talked about acknowledging differences. I just want to re-emphasize it, because when we come to the realization that I and my wife, or a woman who is here, who is married, and her husband are two different personalities, two different beings, it makes it easy for us to appreciate the other person. Now, here's the thing. The reason you are married to your partner today is because of the things you liked in your partner. I use the word liked. And in some cases, those things are still there. The reason you may walk away from your partner tomorrow, or maybe divorced or separated from your partner, will never be because of the things you like. It will be because of the things you do not like. What does that tell us? We are drawn to people because of the things we like about them. We are separated from the people we are supposed to have a relationship with because of the things we do not like about them. Now, here's the thing. A lot of times, the things we do not like about our partner, we expect them to change. At times, we demand change. And I usually would tell people that change is not something you can demand. Change is also not something you can expect. Sorry, I may bust your bubble tonight. And the reason that I say that change is not something you can demand is this. If you are a father here, you will agree with me that there is a way you have tried to bring up your children by demanding certain things from them. And you think that because you demanded it, that whatever you see is because change has happened. I will shock you, because one day when that child leaves your house, the real person on the inside will show up. If you look back to you and me sitting here tonight in this discussion, you will realize that how daddy and mommy tried to raise us back in the day by insisting that this is what I want you to do. We usually would put up a front and act as though we are in consonant with what daddy wants or what mommy wants. We know the sound of daddy's car or daddy's horn. When we hear it miles away, we conform, we behave. But wait for the day that you got admission and went to school. The real you resurfaced because change did not happen. And the reason change did not happen is because change was demanded. Secondly, change cannot be expected. Sorry, like I said, to bust your bubble. The truth about it is, expectation that does not involve your participation cannot be guaranteed. Let me say that again. Expectation that does not involve your participation cannot be guaranteed. If Dangote should call me tonight and say, David King, tomorrow, come to my office and see me, I'm going to write you a check of $100,000. Is that something Dangote can do without batting an eyelid? Absolutely. But if I take his word for what he has said, and probably tonight, I go take a loan that I did not have, of money I did not have. I go invite my friends and take them out to the club, knowing that, tomorrow I don't hammer. That, see, because even though the person who said, come, I'm going to write you a check, I trust in his abilities and his capabilities, nonetheless, I cannot guarantee performance because I do not partake in whatever will bring that performance to pass. Dangote could just wake up from one side of the bed tomorrow and change his mind. He does not owe me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Dangote can just wake up tomorrow and call me and say, David, that thing I said would happen today, I have shifted it. I have an urgent call outside the country. There is nothing I am going to do about it. And so the same thing happens with change. Even when someone says, I will change, it is good to expect it, but that expectation, so long as it does not have your participation, don't give it 100% guarantee. What am I saying? Change has a process. I'm talking to husbands, I'm talking to wives here tonight who think that, this woman don't show me like this man don't show me like this. How can you be doing this? You did it today, you did it yesterday, you will do it again tomorrow. And I say change is not automatic. You looking at me tonight, if you were to look back into your life, you will find out that there is something that has trailed you right from when you were a little child, that you have tried to change. In fact, every year on the 1st of January, we call it New Year resolution. You will tell yourself, I want to stop doing this. Give yourself 1 week, give yourself 2 weeks. You will find out that that thing you said you want to stop, you will find yourself reverting back to it. Why? Change is easy to say, but change is not easy to actualize. And so if you begin to say, oh, because this woman no one change, this man no one change, okay, I give up. There is something called the process of change, and it happens over time. A lot of us are not patient.
Thank you. Thank you.
Embrace change.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You have so much to dish out, and time is a constraint. I won't let you be on the spree. Yeah, I won't let you be on the spree.
It's okay, sir.
I'm sure this discussion can continue some other time.